Howdy, I'm the bread master, and I'm going to be making bread and filming it so you can make bread too. First, we're going to see what we have. We have bread flour, a lot of it, as you can see. We have a bowl. It's a big bowl. You want a biggest bowl that you can bowl. We have measuring tools. We need a cup, a half cup, a large spoon, a tablespoon, and a half tablespoon. We have warm water, 3 cups of warm water. How you know it's warm? You stick your finger in it and you go, that's warm. We have salt and we have active dry yeast. That's what we need to make bread. So let's do it. All right, I've now put on my apron because I'm fancy. So we're gonna start by putting in flour. We're gonna need 7.5 cups of this. So how you do it, you get your big spoon and you just spoon the flour in until it looks nice and full. Just big heaping spoons until you filled this cup measure. Then you can use the side to just scrape it off and plop it in. And then you do 7 of those. That's 4. That's 5. That's 6. That's 7. And we're gonna switch to our half cup. That's the half. Alright, now we have put in all 7.5 cups of flour. We're gonna put in our 3 cups of warm water. That's more. Alright, that is 3 cups of warm water in that bowl with the flour. Next, hang on, I need to check. Next, we are going to be using our salt, and we're going to want a whole tablespoon of that. So, salt. Alright, finally we're going to put in our active dry yeast. We're going to want 1.5 tablespoons of this. This is a living thing, so it'd be nice to him. He's bacteria, his name is yeast. We're going to put in now we're going to take our trusty wooden spoon and we're just going to mix it all up. Just going to make it all one solid glump of flour and water and yeast and salt. And that's bread. Alright, look at that dough. Alright, so now that we have this beautiful dough mixture that I call Mr. Dough, we're going to bake him alive. But first, we're going to want to cover the bowl. You can use like a cloth or even a plate over it, but this bowl has a fancy lid, so I'm going to use that. And then you just gotta close it all up nice so that, I don't know, air doesn't escape or anything. And leave it in a nice room temperature spot, not like directly in a window or on a heater or next to the freezer, so that it can just sit and be sad. We're gonna do that for 2 hours. Timer. Is that 20 hours?
Yep.
2 hours and start. All right, so now that timer is timering and the bread is breading, you sit around and wait. Hey, it's been 2 hours, or for you guys 2 seconds, because this is a video and we edited it. Look, the time. Haha! Anyway, bread. It's been sitting for 2 hours. So guess what we're gonna do now? Guess.
We're gonna put it in a fridge.
For 2 hours! I know. Exciting, right? Let's go into this fridge and just... there we go. Look at that, in a fridge. And now we keep it in there for 2 more hours. So now our bread has been in the fridge for a while.
How long?
I previously said 2 hours, but how this recipe works, you can keep it in there for up to 7 days. So it makes 4 loaves. 4 loaves. 4. So you can keep it in the fridge. You can make one right away. After 2 hours in the fridge, you can make one 2 days from then. You can make one a day after that. You can keep it in there for up to 7 days. And the longer it stays in, the funkier it gets. But a good way. So we're gonna go over to the fridge and get our bowl of dough. Get ready to bake it. So you're probably gonna get 3 to 4 loaves out of this. So you're gonna need parchment paper, flour, and your dough baby. So I'm just gonna take out some parchment paper. And then take a look at our dough baby. Look at how much he's risen. Alright, you're gonna want to get flour and sprinkle it across the top so that you can grab it better. And then just like reach in and grab like 1/3 to 1/4 of it. I'm gonna do 1/3. You just gotta rip it out.
Smells funky.
It's because it is funky. So, pow, dough baby. Then I'm just gonna pop this back in the fridge. Alright, gotta get some flour. You're just gonna flour your working surface and roll it out into your shape. Just lightly shape it into the shape that you need it to be shaped. Now that it has been shaped, you're gonna let it sit for an hour. You're also going to want to preheat your oven to 450 so that you know you have enough time so that it'll be ready when your hour is up. And inside the oven, while we're preheating, you want your baking steel so that it gets nice and hot for baking bread. So you want a baking steel, 450, and leave this here, just like, yeah, for an hour. See you in an hour. Alright, so now we have left the dough out for an hour and we have the oven preheated. So we're going to cut 3 slashes on it. I don't know why. What? Just gotta cut the 3 slashes on it. Sticky. There's 1. There's 2. There's the last one. Alright, we have the 3 slashes in it. Alright, so we have our bread on our parchment on the pizza peeler, and we are currently boiling water. So what we're going to do, we're going to put the water in a pan. We're going to put the water in that bottom pan, and the steam will come up on the baking steel. And the bread will be on the baking steel, so the steam will come up and form a crust on the bread. Alright, so now we're gonna actually start the baking process. So our oven is at 450. So we're gonna open that up. Hold that out a tiny bit. See this beautiful bread here? We're gonna put that on our baking steel. Look at that, very nice. And we're going to put the boiling water in the bottom.
Good.
Alright. Tuck that back in underneath. And close up that oven. And then we're going to want to wait for 25 to 35 minutes. So I'm gonna put it at 25 for now and see how that goes. Start. Yeah, that looks like it worked. All right, I'll see you in 25 minutes. Hey, so it's been like 25 minutes, so I'm gonna take the bread out. Turn it off the oven. Open it up. Ooh, that looks good. Look at that. All right. Grabbing my tray. Yep. Close this up. Look at this beautiful bread right here. All right, that's how you make bread.